Hello everyone, I'm Raven from Raven Comics, and today we will continue with the story of Batman and Tim Drake. Previously, we saw that an evil version of Tim Drake traveled to the past to stop Batwoman for killing a member of the Bat family, which led Tim Drake to take on the mantle of Batman. Well, today we'll see what happened next. We begin at the Gotham City docks. What we are about to see took place several weeks before Clayface was killed. Lord Shaka had kidnapped a group of teenagers. Before they could suffer any harm caused by him, Orphan arrived just in time to rescue them. The kids weren't going anywhere with him. Lord Shaka mentioned that someone else had come voluntarily and thought they had caught the Bat's attention. Orphan told him they had. A fight broke out, and Orphan was the first to attack. Several of her opponents went down, and Lord Shaka had to step in. He asked her if she had any idea who she was facing. Each of his tattoos was connected to microscopic electrodes. The tattoos told the story of one's future. Every strike from Lord Shaka delivered a powerful electric shock. Orphan told him that if that was the case, then he should hit her. For Lord Shaka, everything ended quickly. Clayface finished him off with a single blow. Clayface thought Orphan had been waiting for him to attack, but she told him she had to do it first because they were leaving. More Yakuza arrived on the scene. That was fine for Clayface. He thought he had missed out on all the fun. We returned to the present at Wayne Manor. Cass was in the middle of a therapy session. She was remembering that moment because she considered it the last time she felt happy. At that time, she worked with Clayface to save some children. That made her feel like a good person. Now she doesn't believe she is good. She might do good things, but that doesn't mean she is good. Clayface had been murdered recently, and maybe the same would happen to her. The therapy session ended. The doctor told Bruce Wayne that Cassandra had inner demons unlike any they had ever helped before. Frankly, she didn't have the tools to face them. The only thing she could tell him was that if he insisted on dragging Cassandra further into this world, they were all going to hurt her. If he believed Cassandra had hope for a future, then they had to help her before it was too late, and all that would be left was to pick up the pieces. Meanwhile, on a ship, the Court of Owls had the crew imprisoned. On this vessel was a container that could change the economy of South America for an entire generation. The court couldn't allow that to happen and was prepared to make a generous offer. The crew refused to help, so their time was up. Before the Court of Owls could kill the crew, a small explosion went off. Batwoman, Azrael, and Batwing arrived, along with other members of the colony. Today, no one would die, but they could hurt the Owl Ninja zombies badly. Batwoman and her team struck first. Bravo Squadron engaged the enemy. Operations asked the Colonel if he wanted reinforcements sent. Colonel Kane knew it wasn't necessary. They would only get in his daughter's team's way. In the Batcave, Red Robin came to Batman and told him he thought he was patrolling the city. Batman said he had sent Batgirl to sweep the city completely. She could reach downtown in under 4 minutes if she wanted. Besides, there was something more important to handle at home. It seemed someone had been using the Bat computer for hours every night while he wasn't there. Batman checked what had been going on and found a new project by Tim Drake. Batman told Tim he should be resting. He had suffered a terrible concussion during Clayface's attack. Tim asked if Batman wanted him to just lie in bed watching TV all the time. Batman wasn't joking. He had no interest in restarting the Knight's protocol. He would continue supporting the family whenever they needed him and would contact them when he needed them. But right now, this team was unsustainable. Tim couldn't believe Batman was serious. He wouldn't allow one small mistake to make everything collapse. Batman thought that since Tim Drake returned, he had completely changed. He still heard a desperate voice from Mr. Oz's prison, echoes of a twisted version of himself. He shouldn't have let him do this so quickly. He should have gotten him help. Tim told him this wasn't just a whim. This was the future of everything they had ever dreamed of. If the entire future of Batman depended only on Bruce Wayne, it would collapse immediately. He knew that was true. His responsibility was to create an eternal Batman. Still, it was true he had gone through a lot, but his projects were important. Tim Drake didn't care what happened to himself. Batman grew upset and told him that he did care. The conversation was over. Dr. Leslie would be back tomorrow for Cassandra's session. After that, he wanted her to talk with Tim Drake. Red Robin didn't care about any of that. In fact, he began remembering why he had spent so much time away from Gotham. Tim was about to leave the place. Batman ordered the computer to lock down the exits. Tim has spent a lot of time in this place and overrides those orders. Meanwhile, Batwoman and her team arrive with her father. The Colonel's plan for them is to join Colony. Here, they will adopt a new ideology and will only use lethal force as a last resort. As for Gotham City, they can let Batman take care of the city, since their mission will be even greater. Batwing and Azrael agree. The Colonel welcomes them and gives them their new mission. We move to Tim Drake, who is more than upset about what happened. He is the only one smart enough to realize that all of this is heading in the wrong direction. Out of nowhere, someone arrives and tells him that he has studied his work for a long time. If he wanted, he could show him something extremely interesting about the Batman of tomorrow. His name is Ulysses, and in his hands he has the complete history of the future, stolen directly from the central computer of his tomorrow version. If he wants, he could take a look right now. To see it, we travel through time to the future, to that very moment the Batman of tomorrow spoke so much about. In Gotham City, Bruce Wayne is being cornered. The President of the United States has ordered Batman's arrest. He must deactivate all his technology and walk out of the mansion with his hands up. Batman refuses to comply and asks Brother Eye for a status update. Brother Eye tells him the charge is at 47%. Batman orders him to redirect the backup files to the load. Time is running out for Batman. Colony breaks down the doors to storm the mansion. There are many soldiers here, but Batman will not allow himself to be arrested without resistance. Unfortunately for him, someone shoots him from behind. Catherine is responsible for that shot. She asks her cousin how he allowed things to come to this point. He knew who they would send when he activated the satellite signal. She's not here because she wants to be. She's here because he forced her hand. Even though he can still surrender, Batman tells her that's not going to happen. In response, Batwoman shoots him. Batwoman delivers the news. The target has been neutralized. Batman is dead. Tim Drake arrives at the mansion and asks Catherine what she has done. She tells him she did what she had to do. She did exactly what needed to be done. The simulation ends, and now we all know who Batwoman killed that drove Tim Drake to become evil. Tim Drake doesn't understand. Ulysses tells him he just witnessed the future. He doesn't have the details. He only knows the files were stored in the suit of his tomorrow version. It's true that he lacks context, but the most important details are here. Ulysses asks him to follow. He's helping him because he wants to give him the future today. He can give him the tools he used to create lasting peace in Gotham. He can give them to him before he's affected and becomes that evil future version. Tim Drake isn't sure. He needs to think about it. For Ulysses, this is disappointing. He thought Tim would accept immediately, but only asks that he not delay too long. By the way, he still has ears inside Colony's ship. Batwoman has just officially joined him. Everything is falling into place, and Red Robin must act before it's too late. Later, we are on top of a building. Colony members are putting on their suits. One of them mentions that they're receiving an update. It seems like nothing, but when the systems activate, they spiral out of control. Neither of the two can move, and Brother Eye takes control of the suits. Elsewhere, Batman and Tim Drake are having a conversation. Tim tells him that today he saw something that truly shook him, and he wanted to be by the Bat's side tonight. Lately, he's been out of place and knows he needs to focus. Today he understands Batman was right, and it's true that he needs help. That's why he's here. He's asking Batman for help. The Bat had been spying on a pair of armed men. They were about to catch them, when suddenly two others approached from above. These were the suits that Brother Eye had begun to manipulate. Now, with their weapons, they murder everyone in this place. Ulysses wants Tim to see what he can offer. He promises that all of this is for him, for Tim Drake. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm TJ Prime, and see you in the next video.